Sagittarius, thank you so much for clicking into this video. I am so excited to be reading for the collective today. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. But before we do, of course, this is a journal reading, so not everything's going to resonate with you. But baby, the things that do resonate with you, you need to take that. Every crumb, take it all. That's for you. That's for you. And then leave whatever does not belong to you, okay? So with this, of course, I've already cleared all the energies here and shuffled the decks and everything. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So for our Sagittarius, their birthday season is here. Show us exactly what they need to know about their past, their present, their future. What's lessons that they need to know? What is going on for our Sagittarius is? I'm excited for you guys. My sister's birthday is actually, she's a Sag, and so is my niece. It's they're like birthdays are back to back from each other pretty much. And so, oh my goodness, things are just coming out for me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Let's see. But I love Sagittariuses. I have to tell you, you guys are like one of my favorite signs. That's too many, Spirit. That's too many. You guys are my favorite signs, one of them. And so, yeah, I just really love my Sagittariuses. They're like they have a special part in my heart. My son is a Sagittarius rising as well. And so I just love it. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, let's see. That was one of the fastest card pulls. What was going on? I don't know. I feel like I've been shuffling cards, but they have not been flipping out like that. Like Spirit's really trying to talk to you. So let's get into it then. So let's start off with your past. So for your past, I did get the Tower. I know everyone hates to see this, but I definitely see that you went through something very, very heartbreaking in your past, and maybe you're still dealing with it right now. And so I just want to give you an air hug. That's my virtual hug to you, because baby, it's going to be okay. Okay. So with the Tower, of course, what that really means is that you were handling a certain situation that you probably thought had a good foundation, right? You're like, hey, I'm really in love with this person, or, I'm really feeling this person, or there's like maybe a certain project you were working on, or, it could be any situation. Everyone has kind of different situations, but nonetheless, it was something that really broke. The foundation completely crumbled. It's almost like a house, right? You can be like, oh yeah, my house is so beautiful. Things are looking great. I feel great in it and everything. But then you don't really know that the foundation's all fucked up until you see a big ass crack in your wall, right? So that's what I'm seeing here, is that it was something that you really thought was something true, and it just kind of crumbled under you. And when I look at the Tower, I even think about, people are like falling out the window. I almost think there's like a princess or a king or a queen here, and she's like, I'm enough of this, like enough of it. And so she's like throwing people out the window. She's like, F this, I'm over it, I'm done with this. And so it was an epiphany moment for you. And, it was a really hard situation for you to deal with, but you have to know that thunder doesn't stay all the time. Rain doesn't stay all the time. From here, you have to rebuild, and you're going to rebuild. I can see it already in your cards. You're going to be rebuilding. And so this was something that had to happen for you, and it freaking sucks, but your soul needed it. It was some kind of lesson that you need to realize. It was some type of cycle that was happening for you that you really needed to realize, and it was inevitable. It was inevitable. That the situation was inevitable. I hate to say that and be that way, but like the Tower shows us that it was something that really needed to happen for your soul to grow, for you to realize a lesson that's so hard to understand. And I hate that life is just about lessons. Like, I feel like it's the worst thing, but it's just part of it. And I'm sorry that you had to feel this way and you had to go through this very hard moment of your life. But I love to see that it's in the past. And so with the past comes a new present and a better future. And so I definitely think with the Tower moment as well, it's a release, something that did not serve you, something that was not right for you, something you really had to let go. And so I know it's hard to hear, and it's like, you don't want to hear like, oh, that, of course that didn't work out. Like, it's not meant for that. It's just meant to tell you, like, this is something you had to go through, unfortunately, but it's going to be brighter days coming. And so let's talk more about the brighter days that are coming as well. So in the present moment, I do see that you have this Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups. And so what I see here is that right now you're kind of in this Two of Cups, where maybe it could be a partnership, whether that's financially, like a business partner, or possibly a lover. The Two of Cups doesn't necessarily need to be love, but it could also be like a friendship. There's something that's coming in that's allowing you to see that there could be an easy give and take, an even give and take. You're not just someone's just using you and using you, you're seeing that like, no, I deserve, I think you're in this moment of like, I deserve to be this Two of Cups. I deserve something right for me, something that's an even give and take, and the energy is the same, and I'm not putting in too much and you're giving me less. And I think this is a lesson that you're in right now because you have this Wheel of Fortune. And so with this Wheel of Fortune, I'm just kind of, I'm really hearing here that you had to roll the punches. It's part of your destiny. And I know I'm just telling you things you probably don't want to hear. Okay. Okay, Sagittarius. I know you don't want to hear this, but it's all part of your particular life lesson that you need to learn. It's part of your cycle. It's part of something you need to really understand. You need to see what that pattern is. You really want this Two of Cups. And I think you're realizing, you know, if they're not giving me the even give and take, I'm gonna give it to myself. And so you're in this moment and then this kind of this thought process of like, that is what I want, that is what I'm manifesting, and that's what I need. And I don't want bare minimum anymore. I don't want anything, because I feel like that was a cycle that maybe you were in, perhaps, where maybe you were kind of accepting the bare minimum, or like saying like, oh, this is great, but it's like everyone else is like, yo, that's kind of the bare minimum, you know? And so you really want, you put so much energy and so much love. I mean, my Sagittarius is, they just love, they have such a passion to them that's undescribable. And I just see that, you know, sometimes it's not always reciprocated. And so I definitely see that you're in this reciprocation mode where you're not gonna take in anything that's not being reciprocated. I think you're kind of standing 10 toes deep in that. And I love that for you, because I don't know, that's how I feel as well. But with that, of course, that came from this Tower moment. Something that really broke you, really caused you a lot of pain, and you're realizing, you know, that's a cycle, and we're not going to continue to repeat that cycle. I'm going to roll the punches. I'm going to learn this life lesson. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to get back to it, because I know what I deserve now, and I'm not going to take anything less. And so that's what I see with the state that you're in right now. Now, talking about your near future, I do see you have the Hermit. People hate the Hermit. The Hermit is actually a really good thing. Of course, it does mean that you need to find a little bit of solitude. You're going to kind of draw back from certain situations and pull yourself away from certain things, because you're learning your lessons and you're reanalyzing. And so when I pull this Hermit for people, I like to kind of think of it as, take this time to think, how did I get here? Where did this come from? What choices did I make to get me to this step? What is happening? And really find the root cause. I think sometimes we're just like, oh, this didn't work out because this person, and you know, maybe not taking full accountability for yourself and the things that you contributed to make that situation have that particular outcome that you weren't looking for. Maybe you weren't diving deep and talking with people. Maybe, you know, you were able to, you had those rose colored glasses on. I don't know, I just feel like this is something with love, and because you have a lot of cups on here, so I feel like something that has to do with your heart. But I definitely see with the Hermit that you're like, I just need some peace right now. I just need to step away from a lot of things. I think that's what's going to be coming up inside your near future, because of course you're in this like, I want to even give and take. I want, you know, I know this is part of my destiny, and this is like a lesson and a pattern that I'm seeing. But I think you're going to take some time to withdraw and really just be one with yourself. And I think during that time, do some meditations. I know I always say that like in almost all of my readings, but it's, your mind is such a powerful thing. Your perception is such a powerful thing as well. And so when you're able to change your mind and reassess and revisualize and rethink, you're able to come at different situations from a different viewpoint. You're able to kind of say, you know what, you know, I did fuck that up, but I'm going to do better tomorrow. I can see where I can improve. And so with the Hermit, it's just an opportunity for growth for you, and for you to understand what's the next step for you as well too. So definitely recommend some meditating. You know, I definitely always recommend a higher self meditation. A guided meditation is amazing. Or even just taking some time to really manifest what you're looking for. Maybe doing some meditation where you're maybe quantum leaping. Not astral projection, that's not what I'm talking about. It's called quantum leap. And so maybe it's a certain timeline that you need to be looking for, but you'll see what you need to do once you're able to pull back and take some time for yourself. Now, next to talk about kind of the environment that you're in. So you have this death card. I know these cards look so horrible. Like it's like kind of scary, but they're not. These are really great cards to get, because it's showing that you're in this mode of growth. Pain produces growth. When you work out, you know, I'm all about doing some ass works out. So when I'm working out, I'm like, okay, my butt is getting bigger. I am in so much pain, but I am growing where I need to grow. And so I always take it like that. And so with this death card, I'm seeing that there's a transformation that's coming. You're in this mode of transforming who you are, transforming your mindset, your thought process. You're in this kind of this perspective more so of like, okay, things are not working. This isn't serving me. This isn't right for me. And I can feel that it's not right because it's like almost like an ego death. Like, you want this. I know I'm supposed to have this, but no, it's no longer like that. It's more so like, okay, this isn't serving me. Like, I need to make a change. And you can see that in your present tense, right? Where you're like, I deserve more. I deserve to even give or take. I deserve that. And it's part of my destiny. It's part of my cycle that I need to learn from. And so I think you are learning. It's a hard pill to swallow, but this is a lot of growth happening for you, and you're transforming. And with death comes life. It's the opposite, right? So when you're able to put down and let go of things that do not serve you, life begins to grow out of that. And you get to have the manifestations and things that you truly want in life and things of that sort. But you have to let go of something that like your soul has told you, because you know what you need to let go of and something that's not serving you. And so you're really in this environment of like, you know what, that doesn't serve me. I'm moving on. I'm going to the next. I'm going to keep going into a cycle. It's not going to be, I'm going to roll the punches. Yeah. But I'm going to get to the world, I'm going to get to kind of ending this chapter. And so I definitely think you're on the right path for that, but that's really the environment that you're in. Now, I think your hopes and dreams and things is you want, I hate to say like this is like a love reading, but I just feel like you just really want love. And you want a new beginning in love. And I think maybe you've been inside a certain cycle where you're like, why? Like, why can't I just find someone that's right? That's, lie, that doesn't lie and cheat and do all this extra stuff. And, like, I just want to be loved. And I want to be loved the way I deserve to be loved. And I love that for you. And I know it's a fear of yours is that you may not be loved the way you want to be loved. And I know, that's a fear for everyone, right? So I guess people can say, oh, that's really general. But I truly think that's what's going on in your heart right now is that you truly deserve love, and the love that you truly want, you deserve. Like, I cannot say that enough. You deserve your love that you truly want. And I think you're fearful that that's not going to come to you. But I tell you, based on what I see next here inside your kind of the outcome of this, or kind of what's going to happen in the future, you got the 9 of Cups. And so what that is showing me is that you put to death something that did not serve you. And with that brought something so much more abundant, so much more beautiful, so much more amazing that you really deserve, that you've been manifesting. And it's going to feel so, so good. Like, I'm getting chills right now. It's going to feel so good because with this 9 of Cups is showing, okay, this is everything I've done. This is everything I went through. Look at me. I'm sitting pretty and I feel good and I have everything that I want because all these cups, they're lined up. Now, they're not like exes and things. You're not lining up your exes or things like that, but you're more so showing like, these are the things I can accomplish and these are the things I know I can do, and I've manifested these things. And so I just see a lot of abundance coming your way. And so I'm really excited for you. I know that you're going through a really tough spot right now. I'm gonna give you another hug. That's my hug for you. I just want to give you another hug, but I know you're going through a lot right now, and then like my heart goes out because of course everyone's going through shit, right? Like, everyone goes through things, but I definitely see this as a kind of a hard moment for you. And like, I'm just proud of you for taking that step of like really rooting for yourself, really depending on yourself and telling yourself like, no, this is what I deserve, and not losing sight of that and revamping and letting go of things that don't serve you. It's so challenging. But when you are able to do that, when you really, truly do that, you'll see that abundance comes from that. And so that's what I definitely see with this 9 of Cups. And it just makes me really happy. I know it was kind of like no, I don't think it was a sad, like, I personally think it's a sad reading. I think it's just showing that you have a lot of growth and you're figuring out exactly what that means to you and what you deserve and what's right for you. And I think that's just such an amazing thing that people don't really get to always experience. And it's beautiful that you're seeing it and you're seeing that there's some type of pattern that needs to be changed. And, we understand what your heart wants, that new beginning, and you're going to have that. You're going to have everything that you've actually wanted. And so that's definitely what I have for you inside these cards here. And so the next thing I like to talk about next is your lesson. So I know we've been talking about lessons this whole time, but Spirit, show us for our Sagittarius is what's the lesson? Abundance. Abundance is your lesson, okay? It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I don't really know what's happening right now, but that is the whole thing, right? Realizing that you're limitless, realizing you're what you deserve, realizing that you manifest your life. Meditate, manifest. Abundance is coming your way. A lot of it as well. And it's a lesson you have to learn, that you have to release this shit that's not serving you, because it's getting in the way of things that should be giving you abundance. And so definitely see that as your lesson. And I'm like, I know it's a hard lesson to learn, but I mean, like, it's a great lesson to learn that you can really be your own destiny, that you can really give yourself all the abundance that you're really looking for when you're able to release the things that don't serve you, and realize how amazing and beautiful your brain is. Your mind is insane. It's crazy. Like, your mind can do so much, and we feel like we're limited, like, oh, I can't do this, oh, this person told me this, oh, this person broke me, and this happened and that happened, and life just sometimes sucks, right? Sometimes life is just at the down, but it has to go up, right? Because this was imperative. You had to learn this lesson. You had to release. You had to transform. You're in this space of transformation. You have to go within. And so with all of this brings the abundance that you're looking for. And so you'll see that, but that's really what you're working on right now. I mean, as we already kind of discussed here. So the next thing here I want to talk about is your angel number, or your spirit. What your spirit guides are really trying to tell you is what your angel number is all about. And so with that, let's see what they've been trying to tell you. I like to do one card, but since they gave me two, so we're gonna do two. We're gonna do two cards. So these are numbers that maybe you've heard. Maybe you heard on the radio, maybe in a song, maybe you seen it at the grocery store at the checkout counter, maybe you saw it at, online as you were doing your shopping and stuff like that. These are just numbers that your spirit guides have been trying to whisper to you and tell you. And so I tell people, when you see these numbers, stop what you're doing. Look at your environment, look at what's going on the inside of you, and try to understand what is your spirit guides trying to guide you to. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the first one, which is 1717. If you've seen these numbers recently and you've like, hey, I wonder what that meant, drop it down below. I would love to know where you've seen these numbers at, and how it kind of applies to you as well. But 1717 means self-reliance. I don't know. This is really coming together. It's okay. Okay, here we go, Sagittarius. So it says, time has come to rely on your knowledge, your wisdom, and your ambition. You have an important soul mission and life purpose. Leaning on your inner strength will allow more of your path to unfold ahead. The affirmation I have for you is, as I take leadership of my life brings a flow of good fortune and good blessings. Self-reliance. That's 1717. And then next here you have 999. It says release. That is good. Okay, so y'all listening? I hope you're picking up the crumbs. Oh, I just did. Sorry. I hope you're picking up the crumbs. Okay, because this is, I don't know. This is a lot of resonation. I don't know. This is interesting. So it says 999 release. What your angel or your spirit guide's been trying to tell you is, endings are new beginnings in disguise. An ending symbolizes the closure of one door and the opening of another. The whispers reminding you to release and allow. It is in the release where the magic happens. So the affirmation is, doors open for me where others have closed, bringing transformation to my soul, my body, and my mind. 999. So that's what I have for you as well. And so before, we close out and you skip to the next video, I just want to do a yes or no question from the decision maker. This right here, of course, our decision maker is just guidance for you, right? At the end of the day, you have free choice and you have free will. And so you can make any decision that you want. This is, again, just a guidance or maybe an affirmation of what you already know, because as we know, you already know. You just have to go within and figure that out. Now, with that, I'll give you just a couple more seconds here to think of a yes or no question. Keep it as a yes or no. Of course, there can be a maybe, a never, or an always, but we're looking at a yes or no. And so let's go ahead and see what's going on. So I'll go ahead and release in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that is a no, and I hope that's a good no. I hope that's what you were hoping for as well too. But of course, as we been talking here, you already know the answer to it, and so I think you may already know it should be a no or possibly a no, but that just gives you some affirmation there. And so that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Happy birthday! I mean, we in Sagittarius. I think it's Sagittarius right now. If that is coming up very soon, I know. And so definitely sending all the good vibes and love your way. And so one last hug. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.